Okay, now we will cover task-based learning, yeah, in foreign language teaching. It can be, in fact, you know what, it can be considered as a like micro level of the PBL somehow, yeah. Okay, let's start. So, task-based language teaching. I will discuss objectives of task-based language teaching, principles and types of tasks, yeah. So, objectives of task-based instruction, yeah. It aims to provide learners with a natural context for language use. As learners work to complete a task, they have abundant opportunity to interact. And Candlin and Murphy in 1987, they claim that the central purpose we are concerned with is language learning, and tasks present this in the form of a problem-solving negotiation between knowledge that the learner holds and the new knowledge. Yeah, problem-solving negotiation. Yeah. Okay, then Saprabhu, which is the one of the one of the people who've established this approach, yeah, methods, in 1987, identify three types of tasks. Yeah, the first one is information gap activity, where what we exchange, exchange of information among participants in order to complete the task. Yeah, takes place. Then opinion gap activity. Students give their personal preferences, ideas, opinion, feelings, or attitudes in order to complete the task. It can be in debate, for example. Yeah, then reasoning gap activity, deriving new information by inferring it from information they have been given. Yeah, using your critical thinking skills. Then and other scholars, Long and Crooks in 1993, have identified three different types of task-based approaches. They call it syllabi. Yeah. So first one is procedural. Second one is based on Brin and Candlin's notion that language learning grows out of communicative interaction. Yeah. So students and teachers decide together what tasks to do. Then their own task-based language teaching, focusing on meaningful interaction. Yeah. So in the practice approach, um, the teacher designs. I'm sorry, there is a spelling mistake that I do not like at all. Yeah. In practice approach, the teacher designs which tasks are to be worked on. Others believe that needs analysis of real-world tasks that learners are likely to need to perform. So other scholars, they claim that, like, firstly, teacher, yeah, should analyze the learner's needs, yeah, their preferences, and then it should be also connected to real-world tasks, yeah. For example, asking for directions, yeah, and working with maps, for example, yeah, to find your location. Then another one is about project work, where language derives from the nature of a particular project that students like to do. Then stages to complete a project: first, planning, where you decide about what to do, then gathering necessary information, investigation, then the last one is reviewing a project. Yeah. So Larson and Freeman, yeah, mentioned that this task-based instructions a natural context for language use implementation. Then Richards and Rogers, yeah, they mentioned that tasks are the core unit of planning and instruction, of course, because we should think about specific activities, how to use the learned material. Yeah, then the Dewanti, Rafli, and Safitri mentioned that the concept is learning by doing. Yeah, in this approach method, interaction facilitates language acquisition. Really, yeah. Then 7 principles in implementing task-based learning by Noonan. Yeah. So first one, scaffolding, facilitating, yeah, task dependency, recycling, which means coming back to the task, or I don't know, there is no specific stages, yeah. Then then active learning, integration, encouragement, and reflection on your task. Okay. Then six types of task by Wallace in 1996. Yeah, listing, ordering and sorting, comparing tasks, problem solving, sharing personal experiences, and creative tasks. Yeah, in fact, it considers, like, covers almost all types of tasks. Yeah, in especially foreign language learning. Then phases of task-based lesson by Wallace and Wallace in 2007. So pre-task, where we have an introduction to the topic and task. Then task cycle, yeah, task planning and reporting. Then the last one, language focus cycle, analysis and practice. So why tasks? Yeah, Richards says that the pedagogical tasks and real-world tasks facilitate the students to experience the language. So by pedagogical tasks, we we mean the tasks that we perform during the class. Yeah, for example, in order to understand more in depth, for example, present simple, we answer to some questions. Yeah, we think about verbs and I don't know, debates in the classes maybe, and filling in the gaps tasks also. Yeah, but the real world tasks, they are different. Yeah, for example, a real world task, it can be giving some directions by using maps. Yeah, or it can be about telling how to cook something. Yeah, then tasks are believed to foster process of negotiation, modification, rephrasing, and experimentation, which was cited by Richards and Rogers. Then tasks are said to improve learner motivation and promote learning because it is about active learning, yeah, implementing your knowledge. So could you please analyze by yourself the task-based language class by your own, and we will discuss it on Friday, okay? So for example, lesson start was that teacher tells the class that they are going to complete the timetable. Yeah, please analyze it at home, okay? There are 7 stages of this class. So homework also, could you please think about these 2 homeworks? So draw up a list of projects that might be undertaken by your students. Remember that the project is not designed to suit particular linguistic points. Also remember the fact that students want to be involved is crucial. On your list could be something like publishing a school newspaper as described in this chapter. Other ideas might be planning a field trip, conducting a survey, or researching a topic such as an environmental concern. If you do decide to have your students go ahead and work on a project, you may wish to consult Fried Woods, yeah, for example. So just think about it, okay? You don't have to do everything about this activity, but could you please think about it? Then think of one example of fit each of Prabhu's 3 types of tasks: information gap, opinion gap, and reasoning gap. Try them out in your classroom and see what you can learn if you are teaching in the classrooms. Yeah, for example, Ayelita, Ayolam, and as you can implement. In fact, yeah, that's it about task-based learning. Okay.